Hey boos, welcome back to my channel. Go ahead and subscribe for you, girl. Thank you for coming back and seeing you, girl. Seeing you, girl. Seeing you, girl. What's good? YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing okay. Your girl is doing okay. And today we're going to get right on into that tea. Your girl going to be talking about that good old therapy. And if you look country therapy, we're going to be talking about therapy. And I am proud to say your girl is 6 months in the game, baby. And I'm live about it. I feel so freaking proud of myself for doing something for myself and investing in my mind, investing in my health mentally, being mentally healthy. That's a flex. I don't care what nobody say. It's a big flex for me, and I'm proud of myself. And so, excuse me if I get a little too lit, because I can do that. mm, 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 Praise break, baby. So 6 months in the game, and since I am so open about it on social media, I do get a handful of different questions here and there. People are either curious or they're sharing their journeys as well. So I'm gonna try to tackle some of the things that we talk about in this video to the best of my ability. If I leave out something, hit me in the comments, let me know, we'll talk about it. But let me put out that disclaimer. Your girl ain't got all the answers, but I'ma try my best. I'ma try my best. I'ma try my best, y'all. Because we all in this journey together, We all missing some screws somewhere, somehow, in some way. But, I'ma try. So let's get right on into the tea today, because I know that's why you came back. So, why did I go to therapy? For me, I noticed that I was the type of person that was kind of prone to being depressed, prone to having looping thoughts, prone to feeling like I was alone, like a lot of crying. There was also moments where I felt like I was just better off and didn't need to be here on this earth. And that's a very honest and open and raw thing to share, but I gotta be honest about that type of thing. Not that I indulged in self-harm, but the fact that I would think that people were better off without me is a major thing. I felt like I was burdening my family and my friends with things that I was talking about, and that's a lot on them. So why not go to somebody that's trained, that went to school, that specializes in this type of thing? So for me, for my search, on the list was a person that could deal with the person that had high anxiety. So if a therapist did not have that in their specialties, I didn't consider them. It might be different for you. You might just want to get in somewhere, which is completely fine. But for me, I felt like if you don't specialize in that, then you're not for me. I also felt like if you're not a Black woman, then you're not for me. Now, a lot of people don't think that way, but that was just a personal thing for me. I felt like I needed specifically a Black woman. Not all of my therapists have been Black women, but I'm just saying, like, specifically for now that I'm in the groove, it's a requirement for me. So, y'all, my little throat is a little scratchy now that I'm on the camera. My bad, y'all. I had to go get some water for my throat. But I'm back. And so before I get into the search and what it took, I wanted to give a few more reasons of why I went to therapy, just to be fully transparent. So on top of, my anxiousness, on top of the depression, and not wanting to continue on the journey, I also was having memories that I thought that I buried in the back of my mind come to the forefront and throw me off my game, which technically was memories of my childhood, things that took place in the past, and just throwing me off my game, right? Then also, noticing a pattern in my dating life, noticing that I was attracting emotionally unavailable men and not really putting two and two together and realizing that I also was emotionally unavailable and coming to terms with that, and also unraveling the harm, the thoughts that previous relationships brought on, because I was in an abusive situation in my past that had me, I want to say, I'm trying to choose my words carefully, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I just had a tainted ass view of men and needing help with unraveling that, because these new men, they deserve better, right? And I don't need to be going into these situations thinking that every man will hit me, or every man will be abusive in that manner, because they won't. And so I needed help with that. And I decided to go get that. So let's get into that search though. Because that search, I'm not gonna lie, is tiresome, okay? Which is what it caused me to not go find me a therapist for a few years. Because I've had a few, and they weren't a fit, and I wasn't a fit for them. It's no shade to any of them, because I'm sure those people are in love with their gifts, or very passionate with their jobs. It just wasn't for me. And this doesn't include the number of therapists that I had to call. So many were booked up through the year, or so many were on vacation, or so many weren't answering the phone, or they didn't take my insurance. It was a lot, and it really opened up my mind and let me know that so many people out there are wanting help. It's just hard for them to find it. That let me know that right there. When I can't even get y'all on the phone. I'm really in need of some help right now, and it was a lot. Very discouraging at times. So technically, I didn't even find my current therapist on my own. I asked about it. And so that's how I ended up finding my current therapist. And man, I feel grateful and blessed now that that search is over, child, because it was a lot. But if you really, really, really want to go to therapy, don't give up, because your therapist is out there. And as cliche as this is going to sound, I apologize in advance, but when you find the right therapist, you gonna know. Surely is. It's like finding a right partner or the right friend. You will know. You gonna feel it. The energy gonna be right. You gonna know. So, yeah. So, let's get into therapy, like the actual act of it. So, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird at first, and it's a little strange because it's new. It's like, ugh, like I just talked to this lady and just tell her all my tea, and she just gonna talk to me back. Like it's giving weird. But once you give it a chance, it gets better. It has to be a little weird in the beginning before you start to blossom and reap the benefits. So I did think it was a little strange. Then as we started to progress and get a little bit more acquainted and started to like get to know me more, The session started to be hard. She started to read me for filth, baby. And it would leave me in shambles on the inside. Now, I thought I would be one of those people that would be crying in a session, like crying on the couch type. But for one, I go virtually, which that's different because I do prefer face to face. But, since we were in the middle of a pandemic, I'm like, you know what, let me try this virtual. And to my surprise, I'm actually not crying at all. In fact, I'm just in a safe space with someone that's a really great listener, with giving me an unbiased opinion, really. That's technically what therapy is. So I was having a lot of hard sessions in the beginning, and I'm not gonna lie, you will have a handful of hard sessions because ultimately no one wants to hear, hey, you're the cause of your shit. Hey, it's you. Hey, you gotta do better. That's a lot for a person to hear in the way that you hear it, the way that your therapist words it. It's a lot. It's very heavy. And not to mention, you're bringing up old wounds too, because she has to get to know you. He has to get to know you. So there will be some hard days. I'm not going to lie. When I do have the hard days, I'm going to cry after. I do cry after sometimes. Sometimes I'll sit in silence. Sometimes I'll take a bubble bath. Sometimes I'll listen to music, or, sometimes I'll go get me some comfort food or make comfort food, eat a snack, which I don't even like snacks like that, but I'll eat some healthy snacks, maybe some fruit or something to help clear my mind, or I'll read a book, or I'll journal about what happened if I'm in the mood. Did I say take a bubble bath? I'll take a bubble bath. Yeah, those hard days will definitely come. You got to be realistic with yourself. You're unraveling a lot of things that you have been doing for a very long time. So it's going to feel very weird, very uncomfortable, very, what's the word? I don't have a perfect word. It just gonna feel gross and icky. And that sounds so childish for me to say, but you just feel gross. You feel seen. You feel red for filth. You feel disgusting. You might even hate yourself for a little second. That's a very dramatic response, but I gotta paint the picture for you. Therapy is not a pretty thing, so don't go into it expecting for it to be all peaches and cream, because it ain't gonna be peaches and cream. But it's not gonna all be bad either. You just gotta go through it to get somewhere. Also, therapy does not work if you don't put in the work. So if them people give you homework, do the damn homework. And it's funny because I'll see people and they'll be like, oh, therapy don't work. And I automatically think they didn't put in the work. Therapy is just like anything else in your life. If you don't put in the work for it, how can you expect to reap the benefits? This is for you to get better, to feel better. This is for you to go out and navigate in the world better. This is for you to learn how to cope better, to learn different healthy ways of communicating better, offer you a fresh perspective out there. So if you don't put in the work, what the hell are you complaining about? Go on about your business if you ain't gonna put in the work. Honestly, don't try therapy. Don't ask me no questions if you ain't gonna put in the work for it. It's simple, but not really simple, because really people be expecting for therapists to be miracle workers. Them people ain't no miracle workers. You need to be the own miracle worker of your own life, and that's the honest answer. Therapy is just extra, like a little extra added help. You are the creator of your universe. And I know a lot of people don't like when you bring up the universe because the Lord this and the Lord that. I get it. I get it. I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just being realistic and letting you know that you create that world that you go and walk into. Therefore, you need to put in that work. Boo-boo, put in that work. So, if you don't believe in it, don't take the lead. Because it's going to be a little, a little rocky, a little bumpy road. But I will say that I feel grateful and thankful that I took that damn leap. I feel grateful that I hung in there to fight the good fight to get where I am now. So that way I can check in another 6 months about making it a year in the game. So I really hope I answered most of what people kind of ask me in my stories or in my mentions, or if they text me about it or what have you. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything, but I might. Just hit me in the comments if I missed something. I think that's all I got today on the therapy journey. I hope everyone goes to therapy if you feel like that's something you want to do. If you don't, oh well, I wish you the best on your journey. I ain't here to convince. I'm just here to let y'all know what I did and how it was for me. All right, my peeps, I'm finna go. I holla and I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all.